Hi, Eric.
Hello,
How are you?
doing okay.
Good. Good. Um, we have a few minutes, so I'll just show you the slides. I don't think they're very different than what we would have done last time.
Okay.
Oh, maybe. So they're right here in this left-hand corner. But kind of information about me, I'll go over the schedule, and then I can introduce you to. And these are the slides that would be perfect for you guys to go over. Obviously, your intro, equality versus equity. And then we have these two slides that kind of just show the difference, or I guess at least this slide shows
Yeah.
the difference of what the two classes go over and kind of the Venn diagram. And then, hi, Michael. Um, and then I can go over this one, kind of the more logistics in terms of pricing and the CEUs. Then we have the actual price, the discounts, and then if one of you wants to cover um, your event that's coming up, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I could take that slide for sure.
Okay, yeah, that sounds great, and we'll just end it from there. And 12 o'clock, so we can get started if you guys are ready. Oops.
Oh, I had a quick question. I know you
Yeah,
mentioned the Venn diagram slide.
yeah,
Usually someone from your team, I think, covered that one. Do you want us to take that one?
sure. Yeah, that would be awesome if you want to. Are you already I should have sent it out ahead of time. I'm sorry. Are you already familiar with I mean, really, we just took it from the course description itself, but you could always speak on it broadly without necessarily covering what's on the slide.
Up to you. I wasn't sure if you had wanted it because I know we did the image one before, but I wasn't sure if you were saying you wanted us to do the Venn diagram one also.
I mean, that'd be awesome if you guys wanted to speak to in terms of in terms of the creation of the course, what you see the differences as between the 5 week and the 1 day course. But if that feels overwhelming, then I can definitely cover the slide.
Michael, your thoughts?
I'm fine either way. I'm hoping that actually Eric, you can take the lead and I'll jump in as necessary. My left side of my mouth is numb because I just had a dental
Oh,
procedure, and so speaking is a little challenging right now, but
yeah.
that's okay.
And yeah, I could take the lead, and
Okay.
we'll do our intros. I'll take the equity versus equality and the Venn diagram, and then I'll hand it over to you again, and then Michael just jump in
Sure.
wherever.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds great. I'll get us started then since it's 12. We had about 10 people registered when I checked yesterday, so we'll see what kind of attendance we have.
Okay.
Okay, I'll get it started. Thanks, guys. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. Welcome to the DEI Training for the Workplace information session here at UC Davis Continuing and Professional Education. I am Katie. Just to introduce myself, I am your enrollment coach. I'm really here as a resource for every interested student who wants more information about the program or how it could connect to their career goals. My information is on this slide. If you'd ever like to reach out to me, you have my phone number, my email address, and then I'm also available for Calendly appointments where you can schedule some time on my calendar, either a phone call or a Zoom appointment. But it's nice to meet all of you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Today, we're going to cover our two offerings that we have through UC Davis Continuing Ed. The most upcoming course is our Diversity Consciousness, Building a More Equitable Workplace. This is a 5 week offering that's going to run October 18th through November 15th of this year. And we will be meeting on Wednesdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. live via Zoom. So it's in an online classroom, but it is live from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then we also have kind of a shorter 2-day seminar that we're offering March 12th and 13th of next year. And that's going to take place on a Wednesday and Thursday from 9 a.m. to noon. What's nice about today's information session is that you'll actually get a chance to meet our instructors. I have them on the call with us, and they're going to kind of take you through their bios as well as what you can expect in the 2 classes and a little bit about why DEI is important in the workplace. So, Eric, would you like to introduce yourselves?
Yes, happy to. So, hello everyone. Welcome. Eric Sanchez here, he, him, his pronouns. I'm the director for our DEI education program here at UC Davis. Been at UC Davis since 1999, was an undergrad here. Long story short, graduated, got a job, never left. Been doing this work actually that entire time, even as an undergrad. But anyhow, that's plenty about me for right now. Very much enjoy this work and its importance in the workplace. I mean, there's the quick, there's lots of research about, when we do DEI work right and we do it well, obviously it has, the boost to productivity, to the bottom line, so to speak, for organizations. And I think for myself, at least more importantly, the positive impact to the workplace, to the work climate, to us as human beings, bring the humanity back into the work, so to speak. So pleasure to be one of the instructors for these offerings and a resource to folks to help them do this work better, to understand the concepts, but also to apply it, how to apply it to the workplace. So I'll stop there, hand it off to Michael.
Hi, everyone. Michael Villalobos. Little bit of a correction in terms of what the title says there. I currently serve as Associate Vice Chancellor for Campus and Community Relations, and along with Eric, teach the series of classes in partnership with CPE. I have been doing this work for more than 2 decades, and it is an opportunity for us to really extend our expertise as an opportunity for learning and development to folks primarily external to UC Davis, but certainly our colleagues from UC Davis can also take advantage of these 2 opportunities, the 2-day seminar and also the 5-week course. And just to add on what Eric shared in terms of the importance of DEI learning and development in the workplace. Eric alluded to the research that really speaks to the cultivation of diversity that is correlated to a higher productivity and greater creativity. But I think it is really important for all businesses, organizations, to be adept in navigating the reality of diversity. Where we explore in terms of what it would look like to cultivate a sense of belonging for everyone that really connects not just to the theories, but also in terms of practical ways that can inform your practices and your policies. And we're really excited to continue doing this work in partnership with CPE, and we are looking forward to perhaps having you join the courses, and happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Awesome. Thanks, you guys. Eric, do you want to talk a little bit more about equality versus equity?
Yeah, we just wanted to give folks just a little sneak peek, if you will, to some of the content, and just using this image. At UC Davis, we love our bicycles. I think we're like the 2nd largest bike capital in the world, kind of thing. But just a quick image here to kind of illustrate that idea of equality and equity. And I know it says versus up here, but I do that intentionally because many times we think that one is better than the other, but I think each has their place, so to speak. They are separate concepts, and many times we conflate them. And so we can see from the image here, that top row, 4 different people trying to use a bike. Let's say UC Davis said, we're going to give everyone a bicycle so that they can get around campus a lot easier. And equality would say, well, treat everyone the same. So let's give everyone the exact same bike. But we can see from the images not really working for everyone there. And so that's where equity comes into play. And it says, okay, yeah, let's give everyone a bike, but let's modify the bike. Let's tweak it a little bit so that it works for everyone. And so in that second row, equity, we can see that 4 folks able to access the bike, able to use it effectively. And so, we can look at, today's topic. These courses are professional development opportunities, and we can apply the same idea to that, right? And actually, sorry, there you go. If you think about professional development, the equality piece is, everyone should have a right to access professional development. And the equity is, how do we modify that opportunity so that everyone can access it well? So that's where, this opportunity comes into play here. And I just wanted to give folks a little bit of an idea of what's the difference between the two courses. Obviously, some overlap there in the middle. They're all about, how we improve language, our communication skills. They offer us tools in that DEI lens to help understand conflict better and help manage and mitigate conflict better. And all about active leadership, that recognizing DEI is a lifelong journey. And so we have to pace ourselves, but we also have to do something about it. So what does it look like for us to engage actively in our leadership with that DEI lens? Now, the differences, just briefly here. The 5 weeks in length, and to be clear, you're not in class for 5 weeks total. It's, it's the Wednesday course, 5 different classes or 5 different topics over 5 weeks. And that longer course is meant to provide that foundational education, starting with that. What's the foundational concepts, skill development, really needed to have a strong DEI skill set and lens for the workplace. We'll dive into, of course, that development of critical thinking skills, so taking it to the next level. In our work, we make our courses interactive and scaffold. We want to do layers and tiers. We can't know, for sure where everyone is in their own DEI journey. So we start us at the beginning and scaffold our way up. That'll take us into those, how to adapt those DEI strategies in terms of how we do that workplace cultural shift, if you will, because that's really what a lot of this comes down to in many ways. And then, of course, microaggressions, how they impact the work culture, the complexity of them, how we respond to them, how we mitigate them. And then on the 1-day course, and this has just been split up into 2 half days, just to make it a little bit more palatable, so we're not biting off too much more than we can chew, so to speak. But it's really meant to be a survey course, so giving us a broad overview. And so that 5 weeks in length course would be the deeper dive, is one way to think about it. But the survey course, the 2 half days, really focusing on, integrating some perhaps best practices or better practices into the workplace, and particularly focused on hiring and accommodation. We'll also cover some of the various federal state laws that inform, discrimination-free work environments. And so you'll see much more nuanced, not as broad in these 2 half days. And really the goal, how to foster that inclusive excellence in the workplace. So the 2 half days, that 1 day on the right, very much meant to be a survey course, surface level, if you will, with some deeper kind of connections here and there. The 5 weeks, definitely a scaffolded, deeper dive as we get across those 5 weeks. So hope that makes sense for folks. And again, let us know if you have any questions. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Eric. I'll take this next slide just to show you guys the differences in terms of logistics between the 2 courses. Our 5-week course, again, is on Wednesdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. So it is going to be 5 half days, and it is offered for 1.5 continuing education units. And then, like Eric mentioned, this 1-day seminar we've ran previously, and it just worked better as 2 half days. So it's going to be worth 0.5 continuing education units, and we will run it as 2 half days from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. And again, taught by our UC Davis DEI educational professionals, Michael and Eric. And it's going to be online, it's going to be synchronous, and you'll also earn a digital badge as well as a certificate of completion. Let's talk a little bit about pricing. So our 5-week course, or 5 half days, is going to run about $1,495, and then the 2 half day is going to run $495, the diversity awareness in the workplace that happens in March. The total for that is $495. Some discounts that are available. So if you are a UC Davis staff member, you actually receive 20% off this program or $200 off maximum. If we have any alumni on the line, we have a Cal Aggie Alumni Association discount of 10%. We also actually have group enrollment discounts. So if you have 3 or more people that want to enroll in this course, maybe there's like a section of your department that wants to join us, we actually offer between 10 and 20% off, depending on how many enrollments you have. But there's also going to be an early enrollment discount for students that enroll 2 weeks prior to the start date. And then actually just for a kind of a thank you for attending today, we are going to send everyone a discount code of $100 off for attending this information discount. And excuse me, for attending this information session. There's that discount code that I'll be sending out afterwards. But please just keep in mind that CPE policy allows for only one discount to be applied per enrollment. So you're going to want to choose whichever discount works best for you. In terms of enrolling, you can actually enroll directly on our website. I believe the cutoff is a few days before. I want to say at least a week before. That way we can make sure we have all the materials set up for everybody. So you can enroll directly online. If you're wanting to do a group enrollment, you can contact me directly and I will get that set up for you. But before we close out today, there's actually another cool opportunity that I'd like to have Eric share with you guys. This is an upcoming event in September. So Eric, would you like to share a little bit more about this event?
Yeah, so this particular event, September 27th, Wednesday, from 12 noon to 1:30. This is going to be a collaborative event that I'm putting on. I'm facilitating for our alumni and along with continuing professional education here with us here today. And it's meant to be, it is a, oh, and correct me if I'm wrong, Katie, but I believe it's a free event.
I've heard that too. Yeah.
And so really open to the public and really an opportunity to just very much focus. So we're going to talk about diversity awareness for leaders. And so it's only an hour and a half. It'll be a little microcosm, if you will, of the 2 offerings we were giving here today. But if folks are interested, this could be a good event to attend just to get a little bit more of a sneak peek, if you will, into our teaching facilitation style, but also the topics that we cover as well. So encourage folks, if you'd like to attend, to get more information. Be nice to see folks out there, and this can give you a little taste of what you can expect from the 2 offerings that we're here talking about today. And again, any questions, let us know. But Katie, was that good enough? I guess I think that's a good.
Yeah, that's perfect. Thanks so much, Eric. That actually brings us to the end of our presentation. So we will open up the Q&A. Michael and Eric are great resources. If you have any questions, you can just use that Q&A function and we'll make sure we're available. We'll just give it a few minutes, and I appreciate everyone attending today. Thank you so much. Yeah, and as you guys are writing any questions that might come up for you, I will be sending out an email that includes a copy of this PowerPoint, as well as that free information discount code. That way you can use it when you are enrolling, as well as a link to enroll so that you can just click that link and sign yourself up for our October offering. Or if you're more interested in March, you can always sign up for that as well. I am not seeing any questions in the chat, so I guess we will sort. Oh, Amanda, I see you raised your hand, but you'll want to use the Q&A function. I'm not able to. Oh, okay. Thank you. So let's see. Our question is, oh, just a comment. Thanks so much. It's a great opportunity. Yeah, awesome. Thank you. Okay. Well, I appreciate everyone's time. Thank you, Michael and Eric, for joining us. I will end our presentation here, and please feel free to reach out if you guys have any questions. Thank you so much. Bye.
Of course. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Bye.